on a pretty regular basis. So even though some people will have discovered some of the systems, there'll be new ones coming online, and also on top of that, not everyone's going to have, I guess, seen or explored everything at the beginning. So
yeah. But I mean, can exploration be a daily job? Can you have something to do daily on exploration basis, or is it just when you add a new system?
Besides sort of the big ticket thing, which is discovering a jump point or a system, and like I was saying just before, we're not going to have everyone, like, the game's going to start, I think we have 115 systems, but we're actually going to have a bunch of them already hidden, so there'll already be plenty for people to discover, and then it's a big deal to find it, it's a big deal to jump it, but beyond that, even in known systems, you basically only have sort of key navigation points, and there's a whole bunch of the system that's like kind of unmapped, and you can fly around as an explorer, and maybe you find an asteroid field off in a corner that has like a deep, rich seam of minerals, and so you map it, and then at that point you can tell friends of the location and share it with them, or not tell anyone and just mine the stuff for yourself.
And so in for guilds, if I'm in a guild, what are my options on the size of the guilds versus fleet versus squadron? You can want to play with your friends in a squadron of 6 or 7 person, but will there be a system for guilds of hundreds of players?
No. So we're definitely doing functionality that supports very big groups. So whatever you want to call them, fleet's kind of a cool name, or a guild. Then there's functionality that's there just to support 4 or 5, say, friends playing together, and also functionality to support one individual player.
A Skype interview. I think we're online, but here we are.
Hey, Rob, you can sit down and answer some of these questions too.
Oh, there are questions?
Yeah, I got lots of them.
Isn't the lamp answering them?
The lurker has a voice.
And so for the guilds, if you have a big one, will you be able to divide it into smaller ones, into smaller squadron? If you have a big guild of hundreds of players, how will you manage it?
Well, we haven't fully worked all that out, but actually, if you go on the new site, you'll see a whole thing called organization. Second stage on the website, so we know people
thanks to the website.
Groups, and I yelled out multiple groups that you could put together, so you could be a member of a big group, and then have
yeah, I got that too.
Thanks for coming by and taking all my money.
But in terms of like the game for like organizing a squadron and dividing subgroups, we haven't really got to that point.
Oh yeah, can if you want.
And
let me interrupt for just a second. We've gone over our fans is leaving. I want to say goodbye to Chris.
2 fans leaving.
Oh, 2 fans leaving.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, thanks for stopping by.
I bought many imaginary spaceships today.
What did you get?
Theoretical imaginary spaceships.
M50, a Starfarer, and a Corvette.
Oh wow! Okay, it's like a trifecta right there.
That's a pretty good bundle.
Have you seen the Starfarer conceptual?
We were just standing over there looking at it.
We just showed him.
Can you guys let everybody else see it?
We get to 500,000, which I think we're fairly.
Yeah.
Not far off.
Where are we at right now?
That can't be too far away.
Let's see.
We are basically $23,000 away.
We need to make that happen.
Jesus.
So everyone out there is going, wait, 20,000. I must have something in my couch machine.
There must be something.
Do you think they want to see that ship?
They
want to see that ship?
You want to see that ship.
You do want to see that ship.
Oh yeah.
There's some clarifications that may need to be had, but you want to see it so you can input on what needs to be clarified. There's some space, and then there's some cargo spots.
There's some stuff.
It's some good
there's
stuff.
some stuff, yeah.
Redacted.
All right, cool. Well, thank you very much for.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by
and helping out more, and us making this game. So that's pretty awesome. So thank you.
The contributions help.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Well, I'm sure.
Who's awake? Wide awake. Wide awake, Zane.
And amped. I'm still amped from.
Is there coffee? We need coffee.
I don't need coffee.
I should be throwing my Yokush at the camera.
I think you guys are gonna need coffee.
We're back, David.
Alright. So still on guilds. You can you craft big ships and then share them with the guild?
Swap this.
So basically, all ships and weapons are manufactured by economic nodes. Generally, in most cases, they're NPC control, but we're going to let players take it over. I don't know, necessarily if a guild can maybe buy out a big capital ship factory. That may be a bit weird. I don't know. But there would certainly be the ability to, if you've got enough funds together, to sort of take over some of the economic nodes.
I think RSI wants to let other people build their ships. I don't think that's.
Oh no, I'm not necessarily saying RSI, but I'm saying that in general, you can take over some of the economic nodes, and then you're running that business, whether it's whatever it is, producing food, building missiles, who knows.
I've got a good question for a late reveal, Chris. Actually, while we're talking about that, what if a player designs a ship that we accept the design for into the live game? Could they then have a factory to build their own ship? That seems cool to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
Sweet. There you go, something to aim for, fans.
So to modding then, because I spent half my childhood chasing girls and the other half modding freelancer. So I have a few questions about modding.
Okay.
We already know that if you run your custom server, you'll be able to customize almost everything. Correct me if I'm wrong. You'll be able to modify it just like Freelancer was moddable. But what can you do on the persistent universe? Is there a way to mod something on there?
Well, on the persistent universe that we're running, we have to curate it. But we're gonna be running some we're gonna announce something at Gamescom where it's a sort of competition for the community out there to participate and create some content for the game. But obviously, as you see in the detail of the ships, there's a lot goes into it. So it's not necessarily that everyone will be able to do that. But we got a fair amount of pretty talented people. So we'll do something. But on the community modded stuff getting into the main game, that's not. There'll be a little bit of it, but not a vast amount. We're not going to be like, okay, build the whole star system for us, build a whole environment for us. It'll be more the game things like, hey, here's the specs for a ship that we want to do, and let people out there design. It's almost like competing for a government contract for a fighter or something.
And so what are we going to have some kind of API, some kind of kill mills to track performance in the game and to have them on the website?
Okay, what are you saying? So you want an API
Stats tracker.
to the game on the website?
To the database?
I'm sorry.
Was that correct?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
So you want an API that's in the game or in the website that lets you pull data out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're not against that. I think we're kind of going to have to build something like that for ourselves on internal use. So we'll probably expose some